What's happened on the worst day of your life? I walked into third period late, expecting a lecture about my attendance. Instead, my teacher, Mr. Gable, just stopped talking mid-sentence. He looked at me for a long 3 seconds, then whispered, Do you need to go to the office? You don't have to stay for the assembly if you don't want to. I stood there, blinking. What assembly? I'm fine, Mr. Gable. I tried to laugh it off, but the room was dead silent. Usually my class is a zoo, but today, nobody was even on their phones. They were just staring. I reached into my pocket for my phone to check the group chat, but then I remembered it had died on the walk to school. I hadn't seen a single notification since 7 a.m. I sat down next to my friend Leo. He usually cracks a joke the second I sit down. Today, he wouldn't even look at me. He was drawing aggressive circles on his notebook, his hands actually shaking. Across the room, a girl I barely know, Chloe, burst into tears the second we made eye contact. The bell rang for the mandatory assembly. Usually, we complain about these, but everyone stood up in total silence. We filed into the gym, and that's when the feeling of dread really set in. As I walked down the bleachers, the sea of students literally parted for me. It was like I was a ghost. I heard whispers of, is that him? And how is he even standing right now? One guy from the varsity team, a total jerk who usually mocks my clothes, stepped into my path. I braced for a comment. Instead, he just put a hand on my shoulder and said, I'm so sorry, man. If you need anything, seriously. I felt like I was in a dream or a prank. I finally snapped. I grabbed Leo's arm. Leo, what is happening? Is there a rumor? Did someone leak something about me? Leo looked at me and his eyes were completely bloodshot. You haven't seen it? Your phone? It's still dead? Yes. What am I supposed to have seen? He didn't answer. He just pointed toward the back of the gym. My older sister's car was parked on the curb outside the gym windows. She wasn't supposed to be home from college for another 3 weeks. She was standing by the door surrounded by 2 police officers and our principal. She was wearing her pajamas under a trench coat and she was screaming my name, but there was no sound behind the glass. I ran. I didn't care about the assembly or the rules. I pushed through the gym doors and my sister tackled me into a hug so hard we both hit the pavement. Don't look at your phone, she sobbed into my neck. Please, just don't look at the video. They're trying to get it taken down. What video, Mia? Where are mom and dad? She couldn't even say it. She just kept shaking her head. I found a charger in the principal's office 5 minutes later. I shouldn't have turned it on. The first notification was a screen recording from a Ring doorbell camera 3 houses down from ours. It had 2 million views. It was a video of a house fire. My house. And in the background, you could see my dad running back inside to get my dog. He never came back out. The comments were filled with RIP and I can't believe I just watched someone die live on TikTok. I was the only person in the entire school who hadn't seen my own life end in 4K.